Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today what I want to do is I want to replace the shocks on the 14209. I was having a blast, absolute whale of a time. Got to the end of the second battery and I smashed the shock. I couldn't stay to that. I actually took the wing off as well, so you can see that. I've took that. Made a right mess, but I've got the replacement part. And unfortunately I didn't get any footage. Now, after thinking about it, I've got a GoPro and then I've made this little funky contraption, as you can see there. I've cable tied it to there, stuck it down, and this comes off. So this will come off and I kind of put the GoPro on, if I decide to put the GoPro on. I'm going to see how the phone goes first, but fingers crossed if I do any more smashing, which I'm sure I will, me and Corey. We'll get some better footage rather than me going, I broke the car again. So let's get the coffee and let's get into it. Okay guys, right, let's put the coffee down. Okay, so this shock was relatively easy to replace on the 16208. So I'm hoping this is the same. Now, I'm not sure about the shock. I don't know how I'm going to get that off, but ultimately it's going to be the same screwdriver that I use for both cars. So nothing fancy, I've got no electric screwdriver, it's literally the one that come with it. That's the brilliant thing about this. So let's get this shock off and then let's get this replaced. So as you can see, I ripped it off and it's made a right funky mess. So yeah, let's get started. So the description for the replacement parts, I'll put a link in the bottom. I've created a website that's linked to my other website, and in there, it'll be in the description. In there, it will give you the part number and also a link to where I purchased it from, AliExpress or eBay. It's kind of open website, so if you want to add a comment or add a link, by all means do so. I'll review it, and if it's good, I'll put it on there, just to help others. It's more to help others and a reference for me if I need these parts again. So let's get the shock off and then let's get the new one on. And let's see how easy it was to replace it. Is. So they're very much stronger, but it is a slightly bigger car than the old car. So I don't know if you can see that. Let's make sure it's on there. So this one is so the other one was screwed from the back. This one's screwed. Sorry, the other one was screwed from the front. This one's screwed from the back. I've turned this round. I'm left-handed, so cack-handed as some people call it. You have to put quite a bit of force into it to open the screw up, but nothing I can't handle. Although this screwdriver is okay, I think I might get me other screwdriver. So we'll get this off and then we'll get the other one that's from a set it gives me a bit more grasping power, if you like. So as you can see, I've tore that completely off. So yeah, happy days. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just literally one screw holding each one on. Quite long screws actually, which is understandable. This one's a bit easier to get off actually. Now I'm keeping all the parts because you don't know if you need to steal a spring off it or a shock arm. If you bend it, it's always best to keep all the parts together. So we're going to do that. That's a long ass screw, that is. If you've not already seen it, I've done a video on the LiPo charger that I use for these cars, so hit that up in the description. I'll put a link in the description for that as well. But it's all relatively easy to find. That was dead easy to take off, to be fair. As you can see, the shock is still good. It's just that I ripped it off like an idiot. Anyway, so there is a way to put these on. So as you can see, that's got a lip on there, and it's got a bit that protrudes. As you see on the other one, you can see there, it protrudes out, so we need to make sure that goes in there and I don't get it wrong. So let's put the bottom one in first. It's a bit tight. Just make sure that that's... You kind of want it to be tight because you don't want it to be loose and cause issues. Let's make sure that's in line with that. You have to line it up and then just screw it down. I'm going to get the other screwdriver because this is a bit, it's a bit finicky around the hat. I've got big. Right, I'm back again. So this is literally just a set with all the screwdriver bits on. Nothing fancy. I think it was about £8. It weren't expensive, but I've got a bit more of a grip. As you can see, there's a bit more of a grip on there. So let's get the right screwdriver bit. I think it's going to be that one. There. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Can actually get some grip onto it now. I think it's because it's plastic, but it's perfectly fine. I just don't want to shred these screws. Right, that was relatively easy to put on. So as you can see, that's screwed in quite easy, and it's quite loose to move around, and it's cool. Right, the other bit, just make sure you can see that. Put that on there, so that sits on there, and then the screw goes on the back. So we'll get the screw again. And then just feed it onto it. I'm a bit amazed on how easy these cars are to maintain. I really did think these were going to be awkward, and it's kind of prompted me to buy this car. That screw is much better. I can't remember where I got the screwdriver from. I'll have a look, put the link in the description. I think it was Temu. You gotta love these foreign sites, you know. Make sure that's nice and tight in there. But remember not to thread the screw, because otherwise you're going to have problems then trying to. But that's on there now, and it's the same as that, and we're good. So we're back in business again, back to playing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on, but I literally ripped the screws out of it. It slammed on the back and flipped over, and yeah, it's come off. It kind of protected the body, but I kind of want to put it back on because it did such a good job. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but I'll try and get the other screws out. They're quite easy to push out. And I've only got 2 screws. I've not brought any bits for it yet. But I'm going to have to take that off, I think, to get them out. But I've pushed them back in, so they're kind of in. I don't know if you can see that, but these screws here, I'm going to push that in. It's not going to let me do it. I'm going to try and screw this one back on. I did order one of these, but AliExpress being AliExpress decided they didn't want to send it to me, so I had to process a refund. Let's see if I can get that on. Right, that seems to be coming out in a fashion. I just would like to put it on to try and save it a bit more from my craziness. Right, what's that in? I think we're in business. I think I managed to get it back on. I'm not holding my breath, but I can feel it holding, so holding my breath, holding. Nuts. Tighten that right down. I can't believe it snapped screws. I really can't. But yeah, it did. And I can't believe I didn't get any footage of it. But I'm gonna be like a Hawkeye with no cameras when we go out in a bit. Right, we've got it back on. We're back in business. Now then. I like how it's on. And I'm just going to say, I do love it. It looks great, as you can see. We're back in business. But these bloody clips, this is the third lot of clips I've ordered, and they just fly off. I have seen some other clips that people have used with like elastic on, but they just fly off. They just, oh, I don't know. So I'm going to order some other clips and do a small video on it. Nothing too much, but okay. So we're about there. It's perfect. I love it. It's brilliant. We're back to normal now. Everything's back working. I do love that. It's brilliant. I like this one over the other car, although the other car is amazing in its own right. Proper basher cars. These cars have taken some hammering, so yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Can't wait to get it out again. So we've replaced the shock and we've put the back fin back on, and we're golden. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'm going to make a video on every single repair that I do, and just to document it, just in case I need it for reference. But also, I'm guessing at some point I'm going to need to replace the diffs and the shocks and arms and stuff. I did break an arm on the other car, but I didn't record it. So from now on, yeah, every single breakage is going to have a repair and a link to the part that I used. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.